Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Some of the portion, I think the main thing we have is the shift, paradigm shift. Keep in mind that we have the paradigm shift from where to where we are shifting. We are moving from where to where. We have traditional understanding of the mission and every other conferences, the world mission conferences. You have to keep in touch with those stories of different. Louis Bush, I think Louis has written a book on this, that different world mission conferences and its theme and it's of their progress of their work, that you need to be keep in touch. Read that book, Louis Bush, I think. And so that is where the pattern keep on changing, keep on shifting. And in the end, I will give some of my thoughts, but then let me tell you, make a mention here that even some of the mission mandate, we said, Matthew 28, you know, very familiar word. Is there anyone who do not know Matthew 28, 18 to 20? Are you aware of it?
I think so, sir.
What is that?
Yes, sir. I know.
1 minute, Serto. Matthew 28, 18 to 20, what was written there? That's for every one of us to remind us. Can you hear me? Not looking at the Bible? Johnny Party, can you on your
It's a great commission about this.
What was the written there?
Go and make disciples of all the nations.
Achha, go and make disciples of, and then we said this is the Great Commission, and many had made a mandate on this. That is true, that is okay, but then the shift is here. We need to look at the Bible as a whole, not as a one particular portion and one chapter and one verse. Even in your theology, if you base on one particular chapter and verse, okay, I can see you, Johnny and group. I want to see you. Okay, keep there. Thank you. So, keeping in one chapter, one verse, or one or two verse based on that, and then you interpret it, you know it. Always there is weaknesses. And therefore, the shift is even our missional reading of the Bible, the whole Bible. Look at the whole Bible, not just one. Therefore, we move on to the contemporary situation. And therefore, the shift is in advance in mission. Today, just give a thought on advance in mission. Let me remind you once again that whatever we do in the classes are not completely, or it is just perfect. These are just eye-opening, you know, brain opening, knowledge opening. These are all giving you the door opening. Then after that, you keep on doing the further. All right. Now, let us come back and see the world today in which we are living is both very frightening and also very, very fascinating. The world in which we live is both fascinating and frightening. This is what we all know it. You may have already felt or understood, or otherwise not aware of it, just live in it. But when we talk about these two things, yes, you feel it. That is there. Yes, it is. Frightening. You know what frightening is? That all over the world. The world in which we live is very, very frightening. Frightening in the area of diseases. Now it's COVID-19 pandemic. It's all over, and it is so frightening even to move around freely as before. Now we are so reserved. and the lifestyle had been changed. And previously it was different diseases, pandemics has happened. And this is now, today is COVID-19. And not only diseases, but the fightings are there. The wars are there. The war. What war is there? Not only First and Second World War, but country to country. Now we have the tension in between China and India. They are in Ladakh area. And also Arunachal Pradesh, border area. Tensions are arise. India and Pakistan always has been a tension. And so also with these two, the other countries support the India, the other countries support China, the Pakistan and all this. It is tension. The borders are always tension. I remember one of my friend who works in the Border Security Force, BSF, Border Security Force. That was the Kargil War in 1990. When was that? 96. And he wrote me a mail.
1999, sorry.
99. He wrote me a letter and said that, my friend, if I don't die in Kargil, I don't think I will die anywhere else. That much tension is there. Every night firing, every night, every day. I mean, the tension is there, the war is there. Country against one country. Forget about the country's war. Our own country, from one state to another state. This is war going on. And then coming to more narrowing down, one tribe to another tribe, wars. One tribes to another. One family clan to another family clans. These are all wars are going on. Not only these wars of different kinds are also there. The army, the terrorist attacks, you don't know when and how, ambush, all these things come. Terrorist war, civil war, war and after another war. And religious war also is there, religious war, you know, religious war. What is the religious war? What do we mean by that? Religious war.
Fighting for
Idea?
right.
Okay, Zoni,
Religious
trying to say
war.
something.
Religious war mean, according to me, when Jesus came here, that Old Testament and New Testament, that they have problem, the religious war. There.
Okay. And then Sarto is saying some, what do you say, Sarto?
Yeah, this
Trying
religious
to
war is
find right or
to
something?
the practices
Nazi?
that is still mostly on religious matter. It could be land dispute.
That is what I am asking. What is religious war? I am asking the question, religious war. What is your
practices of belief, rituals.
Okay, belief can be, yeah. Rituals, how it is a war.
And rituals.
Ritual, how it is a war. How?
But that is like it can be a conflict of physical realm.
Yeah, stop there, stop there. Otherwise, you will go another way. It is nice to hear your ideas and everybody's idea. What is a religious war? Mangi Babu?
Religious war, like in India, some of the places, especially in the church, the surrounding people, they came and attack in the.
Okay. Got you. All right, no need further. I got you. I read your mind. All right. Okay. So the girls, do you agree? What are they saying? Boys are saying something, or you wanted to teach them something? No, you boys stupid. This is what the religious world is. Teach them something. Give them some knowledge. Okay, speak.
I don't have full explanation, but it will be a war caused by differences in religion.
Okay, you are
Or
very clever. A war caused by religion is called religious war. That is, that is a very clever definition. The war that which is caused by religion. Yeah, any others? Now, thank you very much for sharing. I just want to get you used to be hit the point. I want you to hit the point whenever you we answer also. That is what our practice is. So frightening, I said, the world we live in which we live is very frightening because of several reasons. And one of the reason is war. And the wars are, terrorists is there, underground war, upper, overground wars are there, tribe to tribes wars are there, fights are there, and then also religious fight is also there, religious war. Yes, because of the different faith. You see now, the Hindu persecute Christian, is it not the war? And the Muslim persecute the Christian in Indonesia and some other places, and in India, this yeah, the other our friends, Hindu faith people, and many have persecute the Christians, and they don't give the privileges, cut off the lifelines, and all these things are piece of war. So the world we live is this, frightening. We don't want to practice, I mean, we are scared in anywhere we step out, whether religiously or whether into politically or socially, anything you do. And in the midst of this, you and I have a mission, we say. So we have the paradigm shift is here. And then the second thing in the world in which we live is very fascinating. Fascinating means what? Let me just simply say, before asking you, the fascinating is attracting, very, very attracting. You are attracted with many other things, either the fashion or the lifestyle or anything that you see today, you are attracted. Maybe fashion or any other thing. In our side of these areas, the northeastern part of our peoples, including you and me, we are very much fascinated by the Korean, yeah, the Korean movie
style.
the Korean style. Everything, if it is Korean, means that is, I mean, that has attracted, that is called fascinating. We are so fascinated. The hairstyle, the lifestyle. Even today, you have the spec, you know, spec. No, none of you have the use spec. That you see that all these movie star, mainly the Korean movie star, wear the glasses. You see there in our young people, whether this is required or not required. Simple glass also they wear it. So much of fascinating, the world is. And many other fashions, many other styles, the sports world or the anything, the film industry, sports industry or anything. So this is the world we live in. Since we are to present the gospel to this world, which is so frightening as well as fascinating, it is good to learn not only to study the Word of God, but also to study the world of God. Last time we already said this. Therefore, we need to see this as we are to present. Okay. We see this. Another things that you find in the advanced mission you have to consider is popular culture. very urban lifestyle, very popular culture. We call it this popular culture. What is popular culture? There are many things happening around the world that we may not even experience those things, but through media. Now is a media world. We are a
Yes.
media world. So anything we do is now we are doing online classes is through media. The medium is media, technology. These things, then many other things. You know, before though you have to go to cinema hall, right? And you watch
Yes.
movies there. And after sometimes, and then it comes into CD, big video, this thing, CD, big one. And then after that, that big film, no, that kind of what is that video? Yeah, film. Then CD, it turned into CD. You can hire at home from the soap library. You can watch in your home, in your TV, the videos. And after that, though, what happened now? You don't need even to go to those CDs to borrow it, hire it, and watch it in your home secretly, privately. But now you have in your mobile. Everything is in your mobile. Or YouTube. You go at Google's, anything you find it. So the point is that many things happen in around the world. All those happening, we might not experience all those things, but through media nowadays, these things are coming into our own homes, into our own rooms, into our own private rooms. All you can watch it, what is going on around the world. And very often we present the gospel assuming that the culture would be like this and like that. But by the time we present, the culture already changed. The changes is a popular culture is
Yes.
changing. Popular culture is attracting. And popular culture is, it is my life. Okay. All those things keep in mind as I explained. So very often we are thinking, we missionaries are very slow thinking only. That is what I say. You live there only with the John, with what is that? Matthew 28 verse 18, 19. By the time you try and the culture you forgot. And you don't even know what is the culture you are going to present. And you are thinking that this culture is this, that, therefore you are coming, but already the culture had changed. That is the popular culture. And by the time you are presenting, already changed. So we are left behind, and therefore we are not effective. We are way behind, not matching. It is not fixed. It is not effective, therefore. Popular culture will push you to the margin if you don't know how to locate yourself. You know this. Popular culture will push you if you don't know how to locate yourself, and you will be there, finished. The power of popular culture. We are in the situation of paradigm shift where there is a need of contextualization. We need a contextualization, as I said yesterday, but we have to be very careful how far you can contextualize. And there is also a need of confrontation. See, that is where. Don't stop at the need of contextualization. If you do and say and stop there, oh, I have to contextualize, therefore I have to behave like this. I have to contextualize, therefore I have to eat this. I have to wear like this, you know. There was some point of time, a group of people, young people who are trained for a missionary contextualization, and they have come to the extreme that they have to wear, you know, they have to make their hair, long hair, boys, and all kinds of they have to wear, they have to look at like that. That is where they thought that contextualization is. Because they stop there, contextualization. I have to contextualization. It doesn't mean that you are going to work among the drug addicts that you need to be drug addicts. not necessarily to go up to that that far of contextualization. It is not meaning that. So therefore, when you talk about your contextualizing to this younger generation, the popular culture, you know, the popular culture up to date, there is also a need of confrontation. We have to confront. We have to say stop. We have to say no. We have to challenge it intellectually. This is the reason why. Why you are saying what you are saying. We have to give it. You believe, and why are you believing what you believe? Confront. That is why Peter tells us, no, in 1 Peter 3:15, be ready to give an answer to everyone who asks you about your hope, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we have to be able to confront the popular culture. Now the younger generation, our generation, and the next generation are going to face it. It is too much, because the world, it goes and sweeps all these cultures, and they catch up with some other culture and then comes into as a life. So there is a need of confrontation. You and I need to confront and say no, and give the reason why you are saying no. Yes, and give the reason why you are saying yes. Yes. So for example, there was once upon a time the Da Vinci Code, the movie, and there is also a book comes, and you know, people automatically believe that the Bible is false and the Da Vinci Code is right, without examining, without analyzing, without studying. That is where it happened. There is no confrontation. So that is why we have to be very, very aware and be careful, and also be prepared in season and out of season. Like Peter tells us that, be ready to give an answer to those who ask about your hope and faith. So automatically people without, nowadays also I keep observing, sometime whenever I get a chances, I got the point, I make a comment and tell people. Sometimes we sing songs. Nowadays the gospel songs, you just observe. New composed songs are coming up. People are singing nowadays. Our boys and girls are good singers, good musicians are coming up, and they were singing. They do a lot of this recording, you know, in the videos, albums type of the song they are making. That is okay. But when you listen the song, the meaning, the theology of the songs, gospel songs are there though, then you will see most of the songs and the singing, and we are moved by the music. We don't care about what is the song saying. Is it the theologically correct or false doctrine?
No.
We don't check. Even the composer also we don't check. It is not for a negative criticizing, but we have to be analyzing, critically examining. And you will find the songs nowadays is only by the emotional musical instrument move and the tune of that, not the lyric. The theology of the songs, not all of them though, but there are some very good songs composed nowadays also. But then most of the song you listen, the gospel song, what are their meaning? What are they saying? It is nothing in theologically. There are some of them have no meaning, only music. So without examining, without analyzing, people also sing, people also play, and all we accept and we enjoy and we wave our hands and all these things, right? That is an example I am giving. So the popular culture will drift us away if we are not very confronting. We need a contextualization. Yes, we need a contextualization. But at the same time, we need confrontation. These 2 points I want to give you and get it, let it be in your mind. We need contextualization, but at the same time, we need confrontation. Without confronting, analyzing, and checking it, let us not just drink what kind of medicine. The people are
Yes,
giving us the songs or the
exactly.
lectures or any other teaching of the doctrines, or in our context now, right now, what kind of methodology in a mission field we are doing. We need contextualization. Yes. Say for example in Manipur, Oza, what is that? Mangi Babu. You look like Samo, that small Samo. You are very similar to that. I have two Samos. One is Big Samo, Reverend Samo, and the other Samo is young Samo. Samo Macha and Samo Chauwa.
Mhm.
You are little familiar look with Samo Macha. I don't know. You have some relation.
Yes, I know both of them, sir.
Okay.
And they know me as well.
Oh, very good, very good. They both of them were my friends. If you tell them, they also know me. Give them my regard if at all you are talking with them. But you are very
Okay, thank
familiar.
you, sir.
Looks is similar to Samu Macha. It reminds me of him. That small Samu. So what I'm trying to say is here is there if you work in that Mangi Babu's people group called the M.Th, you know, you have a lot of things. You have to contextualize. You have to wear all these kind of dresses. And what about this, you know, that chandan, you know, that's something applied on their forehead and other thing. There is a lot of question there and you are already aware of it there. If I am contextualizing, do I have to do this because I'm going there and they may accept me as I have the, you know, all these kind of dresses as well. What I'm saying is, yes, you need a contextualization, but you need a confrontation. You have to confront it there, right? So therefore, there are certain things you need to be aware and contextualize, but there are certain things you need to confront and say them, I don't need to do this chandan in the forehead, all these lime things and other things. But then why? Don't simply say because you are Christian, therefore you remove it. Don't put it again. No. Give them the reason why. What is that the reason they do it and why you need not to do it? It doesn't have, I mean, it is nothing to do with the, any other things, but you just give them the background of why.
Okay, the point what I would like to tell about his life was that he said he would behave as a Hindu when he was among those Hindu people, and even including that Ironman, he must also wear the dress. So, will we said that was positive contention or negative
Okay,
confrontation?
I got you.
Because he
Thank
said to
you.
behave as one of them, even dressing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stop. I got. I am telling this, you try to digest, you try to think. Confrontation and contextualization.
Okay.
Dress, there are certain area that you can confront, certain area you can contextualize. Dress has nothing to do with. Now you are wearing what kind of dress. If Garo, you are the Garo Makpa, then you do the Garo dress. Nothing is wrong there. In dress, there is nothing because that is the cultural dress. But when you come to the, you know,
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
when you come to the Meiteis, I'm saying this chandan has to do with some history, which is very bad in the beginning. Many people don't
Yeah.
know, only few people knows it. So if they know it, even the Hindu people also, the Meitei also, they don't want to put it if they know the history background. That is there, you have to confront. That would be confronting and telling them why. But taking a dress and going with the people, you have to contextualize. There are certain things, nothing wrong, right?
Yes.
So you have your God-given wisdom, and the Bible is there where to context, how much you can contextualize and where you can confront it.
Yes.
So making a dress and living among them.
Yes, and
You are,
one more thing. According to that contextualization, I work among the Meiteis in Wangu Chichik Laikai. I think you are much familiar about Meitei Laikai. And I was, talking to one one widow with her daughter. So after accepting the Lord Jesus, to some extent, I also advise her she must stop doing some practices since because after coming to Jesus, even putting the what we call chandan on the head, because if she keep doing practicing all things, it is contrary to what the Word of God tells us not to do.
if the Bible tells us that not to put chandan.
What we call falon, putting some mark on the head, putting
Yeah.
chandan. So
Is the
I
Bible
advise her
saying?
to continue doing of all things. Hmm.
Okay, I wish that you are in the class face to face. A lot of things need to clarify.
Yeah, yeah.
Online also is not satisfied. See, the Bible doesn't say that you don't put chandan, no. I tell you to give them the reason behind it. Just because you are Christian, you have to stop a lot of things. No, that is a very wrong thing. That is a stupid explanation. Give them the reason. Why? Nowadays, you need a reason why. You are doing something. You are, say for example, you have faith in Christ. Why? People are asking. Young people mind sometimes they ask why they want to know. Why is that Christianity only the true way and not other religion? Why? You are a missionary. I want to challenge you guys, yeah. Why are we Christian and not the others? And you will give me only the answer that Jesus is the only way. No, why it is only the way? You give why others are not only the way. That is where I am saying confrontation. Contextualization, yes, we go and eat with the plate. When we go to the places, the banana leaf also we eat in the banana leaf and put the dresses of all those clothes. That is the people groups dresses, no problem. Naga dress, Garo dress, Meitei dress, comb dresses. Any other dresses you put, that is not even nothing wrong there. You are putting any dress. You put jean, t-shirt, any other Korean brands and different brands, you put it, same thing. But there are certain practice which you need to confront. Certain practice which has attached with the evil, which attached with the demons, which attached with the something which is the mystical, some other things, idols. So those things you have to be very careful and confront. So simple, I am meaning it. Contextualize all the other surface level of doing things you need to contextualize. But then there are certain practices you need to confront. The missionary came in the 19th century and the head hunting, head hunters. Our Nagas and Mizos and other tribes, the head hunting people, they stopped it. They don't contextualize that. That kind of practice you have to be aware of it. All right. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes.
right. So that is what I'm meaning it. And now let us go. That is why I say let us be relevant. Be relevant. Let us put ourselves not only by intellectually but also incarnationally. You got the point? Yeah, let us be relevant. Relevant with your studies. Relevant. Come up. And this is where I want you to, a lot of things you need to think and discuss and talk. Sometimes pull you down, sometimes pull you up. I don't pull up everyone when there is not necessary. I pull you down.
Exactly.
When there is stupid things, I will say you're stupid. Idea, I mean, not you. Idea is not very good. I will say, I don't just, oil things and you are saying, oh, very good all the time. I will not say that. Because academic is academic. You have to come up with that. And then lecturing is another thing, lecturing. Preaching is preaching. And this is academic business we are in. Therefore, when there is a need to say your idea is meaningless, if it is meaningless, then I will say that. So let us be relevant. So be relevant with that. And some of you guys are very interesting. You have to learn to answer the question. Yeah, that is one point I figured it out. Whenever we answer the one question, we speak all from all over the country, and then we try to say stop sometime. Don't go all over the country, and then where is the point that you hit? Let us put ourselves not only by intellectually but by incarnationally. You got the meaning? I don't need to explain. And for us, we need to come intellectually. I'm telling you, this is a very high profile, high word, and very good. Not by this is for intellectual people already. They are very intellectual, but they don't do the incarnation. They don't practice by their life. For them, it is very relevant that to say, let us not be only intellectual, but also live what we believe incarnationally. Let us incarnate what we believe. The theory we intellectually have, let us live a life, incarnate that thing to our life. You know incarnation, right? It is not really avatar. Avatar is something that you have born, died, and reborn or something, this avatar. But this incarnation is not really avatar in Indian words. But then this is where, for us though, what is happening here, intellectually we have to be relevant. Theologians, all my friends, all of you, I am, what should I say? I advise you. Yes, I advise you, let us put ourselves intellectually. Ulta I am going to make. We are doing a mission, a work, practically we are doing it, but intellectually we are way behind. But this sentence is for the intellectual people. I'm not saying we are not intellectual, but we need to reverse this for us. I think we need to reverse. Because by only for this class I'm meaning, and also some of the classes in some part of the the Bible colleges and other students. Because in the churches we have presented that we are not intellectually well learned. Other people, the secular people have way up thinking, and we the theologians are way below, because the way we talk, the way we present, the way we write, the way we speak, it has to be intellectually well also. Then only people will see. Otherwise, oh, I am M.Th and I am M.Th, but they are what is that? B.A, M.A, M.Phil. What is that difference? We are learning all those skills. We are learning. So therefore, intellectually be relevant and practically also be relevant. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. Incarnationally, what we say has to be incarnate in our life. This is incarnational mission, paradigm of incarnational. The mission, the theory we learn has to be shifted into incarnational. This is a paradigm change. Relevant, be relevant. Example, we have wasted a lot of time discussing some other thing. Here I mentioned that where Cain get his wife. You are discussing where did Cain, who is Cain, right?
Yes.
Sometime you may face this question. People ask you, where did Cain get wife? That means there are some other people already exist. Not only Adam and Eve. There are already people were there in some other places. Because when Cain went, he found his wife. So people are discussing and we are discussing and discussing. We wasted a lot of time. This is just for example. And another one, what do we study? Can we lose salvation? Salvation can be lost, cannot be lost. These are very valid, debatable, theologically, doctrinary, and a lot of doctrinal things we need to study also, because our doctrinal beliefs are very, very, very weak. Like one, we pointed out that a woman can be a pastor or not be a pastor, that we picked up. So there are not only issues out there like this, but therefore we must discuss the relevant issues. These issues are there, but this is not doing anything except for some other exercise. But as a missionary, as we are the missionary doing in the mission field, let us be relevant. Hit the ground. Shoot the target. Be relevant. Contextual and confront. Be relevant. Intellectually and practically, be relevant. Know that where to discuss what kind of issues is there. You are going to some other places for salvation of the other people. Then you keep discussing on Cain's wife, salvation laws and not laws. All these things will be wasted things. We do with the value and virtue. Value and virtue. We only speak about value, but we do not speak about the virtue. That is also irrelevant. Not relevant, actually. Are we willing to learn to understand the dynamic of popular culture? We speak about value, but we do not speak about virtue. This is our problem as well. So the point is, let us be relevant in our doing mission. John, the disciple of Jesus, redeemed the language at his time using theos. Theos or logos, NRK. That John chapter 1 and verse 1. NRK whole logos or theos. I memorized that sentence. Not I know it Greek. I learned Greek, but I don't know now. I forgot many. I can teach some preliminary classes. In the beginning there was a word, the word was with God. John used this relevant language because the people at that time were using the signs of that logos. They use the word logos. And they know when you talk about logos. Logos is the one who has been the source of everything. The logos. It is not just like we know the logos, the word, this word. But this word is the life sources of every life. That is where the people over there, they understand. In the word, by word only God created. By word these all things come. The word has a lot of power. That is why John's use the word as the people are very familiar word logos. And therefore he say NRK or theos or logos. Alright. So it is a matter of relevant. Be relevant.
I trust.
Are you saying here or are you saying to your wife? What is necessary for us to clear the use of language? So this fellow need to be mute. The way we use the words are to cover evil so many times. For example, immorality. This is very much among the popular culture today. Immorality, now we are calling relationship. You see that relationship is a very nice word, but they use it to cover the immorality. We are in relationship, live in relationship. Have you heard the word live in relationship? Are you aware of this? Yeah? Now you can respond. Sartopa, unmute. You are mute because
Hello.
yes, can you hear now?
Yeah.
What is live in relationship?
Yeah, live in relationship, I can on the one hand that to be part of the divine communication
Okay, it's
with the
very
love of God.
spiritual, very spiritual, very spiritual.
And another that I can on the other hand say is that just in the concept societies and group of people that can also be
All right.
develop
Wait,
good
wait, wait.
relationship.
Stop. Enough. Otherwise, you will mistake. What is live in relationship? Mangi Babu. One by I'm the name I'm mentioning only answer me.
Oh,
Mangi Babu, are you there? Okay, you are there.
yes, yes.
You are in
Relationship means
outside now. Live in
yes.
relationship, not
Uh,
relationship.
live
Did you
in
get?
relationship.
Yes, yes, yes. Get the question first. Live in relationship. This is very popular nowadays cultures.
That's like how to say. Uh, those who what to say.
Hey, those who what? Say it.
Before marriage, just
Okay,
let
I
me
got you.
say in this
Stop
way.
there. Stop there.
Yeah.
Stop there. Stop there.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, Solomla.
I would like to add one more thing.
No, 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 no. Your time is over. No, 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 no. Solomla.
Male and female living together without legally getting married.
Okay, 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 okay. So now things is very clear. Now, are you aware of it, Rani Kupserto? You see, you are very spiritual. Don't try everything to be spiritualized. There is a reality you have to hit, means you have to be. So, you know, some people, some missionaries, you know, are not aware of this. This is not your fault. But then we have, that is what I'm saying, be relevant. Read the world and also the Bible, not only the Bible, study the world. This is the world. What is going on in the world? You're not aware of it, and how you will be contextualized, how you will be relevant. This is my point. So live in relationship is immorality. This immorality is where nowadays young people are saying relationship. They are not naming immorality. We are live in relationship. So living together, this is experimenting. Whether we can be husband in the future or wife, husband and wife can be or not, it is nothing wrong. You see that the world you are living, and you are a missionary and I am a missionary. We have to be aware of these things. Very, very vulgar words. Very vulgar words. Nowadays they call it hot. Very hot there, hot. What is a hot? Garam. Kya garam hai bhai? If you get the fever, you got garam, no? If you have fever, you get a heat, hot. If the sun is very hot, you get a hot. See, some of the places where coronavirus testing is there, no, the people who are coming from the sun heat, no, they got a heat temperature, yeah, they are confused whether this is the temperature of the sickness or the heat from the sun. So very, very vulgar things are called nowadays hot, very hot. I don't know. But just be aware, what is hot? Pregnancy, fetus. People are saying this is just a fetus. the killing, murder, just abortion. When you play the word, that word cover the sin and you don't feel like you are committing sin because of the word play. Do you see that? The popular culture even shifted the word and play so that you feel no guilty about what you are doing just because of the wordplay. So these words make you feel not guilty of doing it. What are those things? This is what is necessary for us to know it and to be confronted. These are the area where to confront. We don't need to contextualize here. You have to confront here. You understand? Yeah. So you cannot contextualize here, no? Sanamla is laughing. How to contextualize all these things? So you go and missionary board, you go and live in relationship. You contextualize, yeah. It is out of question. And therefore, my friends, this is where necessary for us in the popular culture. It deceives you. Falling sexual immorality, morality we see in a small is in the mall, in the cinema halls, and now in our homes. Why do people burn the bar, which is in imitation of the original one? When the original ones, the film star dancing in the movie comes there, you receive. But those who are imitating, practicing, you burnt. All these things are coming. When unclothed people's pictures, you know what is unclothed people's picture, no? I'm using the language. Unclothed people's. What is unclothed people's? What is the another word?
Naked.
Naked. Yes, we use naked. But then there is a word to say that unclothed people. Right? So people want to see these unclothed people's pictures in the WhatsApp, YouTube and all internet, all these things. Unclothed pictures are kept in the museum and they call it is a gallery. But when you are looking it in the magazine and in the YouTube, you call it this is pornography. How? Contradictory to morality. You know who is Michelangelo? Have you heard about Michelangelo? Some of you may, some of you may not. I doubt. Just assuming that some of you may not. Michelangelo, he is the painter. He paints the people's, unclothed people's picture. Some of the naked pictures you are seeing, famous pictures, are drawn by Michelangelo. Nowadays also it's a very famous pictures, unclothed, naked picture you see in some of the books. Even some are kept in the museum. One day, I remember saying that one day Michelangelo was drawing these naked people. Okay. And the master, his teacher comes and told him, Michael, why are you drawing naked people's picture? And Michael answered to his teacher, sir, I want to see people as God sees them. See the answer? I want to see people as God sees them. God sees them as a naked. So I want to see them as God sees them. And his teacher said, Michael, you are not God. You are not God. Be careful. So that is what he answered. The problem here, the point here is we are contradicting morality and immorality. This is our society. I picture you in the beginning, the world in which you live. Fascinating, frightening. These are all, and this is one popular culture. This is a new cultures are coming in. Therefore, you are drawing These brains, deceptive spiritualities are so many. Even in the Indian has always very religious country. The movie stars are very religious. Sometimes they go to the places where the pilgrim places. You will see them. Big families. They go to the mandirs and to the places to worship, to offer prayer, spirituality. Everything they do, it is deceptive, where you have to be very careful. I don't know whether you have you are able to be with me. Not I am talking here.
Yes, we understand.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Generally, some people may go over their head. I am worrying about a little bit also. So always learning, never applying is also another standard we have here. This kind of knowledge is not intellectual, but it is moral depravity. We are troubled with civilization because of the lot of moral and spiritual standards. So we are in trouble. Addictions, you have spiritual, social, economic, health, behavior addictions are there. It is ruin on this addiction. Addiction is not only the cocaine, number 4, heroin, marijuana, and what is that? Last time I preached last Sunday. I don't know whether Rene got that kind of message, I don't know. Our home people has all this. I came to know that nowadays one more I didn't add it here. WY tablet. You know what is WY tablet? Mr. Our Sertopa, WY tablet, you know?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah? Then who will tell them? Who will tell him? Johnny, you know what is WY tablet?
No, sir.
Okay, Solumla, you are aware of it? Mangi Babu, where are you?
I just want to say, I'll not say because I don't know.
Sir, because of the network, I could not know what you have said.
What they make.
For the blue,
Oh
right?
yeah, your voice also is breaking.
Yeah, basically producing a round pill from the
Yes, yes.
WY. You must be aware of it because that side is so much of coming in. You see, this is where the young people are very popular culture. We have to be relevant. My friends, missionaries, read. Let us read. I don't mean that I know everything, but we have to be aware of what is going on in our area.
Look at that one. I'm showing my.
What are you discussing? You are tired. So who knows WY there?
World year over, sir.
Don't try to assume. If you know, yes. If you don't know, I don't know. That you have to learn. When you give an option only, you have to do. See, nowadays young people are having a lot. This is mostly in our Northeast. Young people drug. This is a part of a kind of a drug. They're using tablet. I was very fascinated to discover that what is WY. That simply means world is yours. You got it? So young people are attracted. Oh, if you eat this one, if you take this tablet, the world is a dunya aapka hai. Anyway, that is why they are taking.
Yeah, sir. I came across this word during the case of Ria Chakraborty. You know.
You don't tell me. They don't use these things. You don't tell me you come across. You Riya Chakraborty, they don't use these things. This is only from this part. Coming from China, Burma, Manipur, and Northeast. You are in the Northeast. So that is where the drugs, I just mentioned, I got a slide over there, but I will not show you now. Sexual addiction is an addiction. Gambling, internet also is addiction. I don't know how many of you are addicted in internet addiction. Addiction of shopping. The ladies are more get this disease of shopping addiction. If you have money, if you, sorry, if you don't have money, I don't know, but shopping addiction is for them. And computer games addiction, pornography, sleeping addiction. I don't know who is sleeping addicted. And overeating addictions, all these things are there. Be just aware and be there. Now, emergence. I am coming to the another angle of the topic. So here we live in the society and in the social life you are living. Be relevant. Let us be contextualized as well as be confronted. What is there? Confrontation, contextualization. You have a popular culture. The world is both sides very fascinating and very, very frightening. And the young people generation are growing fast and we don't know what attract them and which culture they will bring in. There is no more saying this culture permanently. After some time it changes, and the changes we have to be cope up with as a missionary, relevant, contextual. We are no more to the the 19th century generation, and even the mission definition has to be modified. We have been studying this relevance. We have to catch up with it and going on, and therefore let us be relevant, contextual, at the same time be confrontation. Let us confront. And when we do confront, another word of confrontation is just be apologetic. You know, when you mention about the word apologetics, you see that the word apologetic is synonym to like Ravi Zachariah. And this, we have to be ready to confront. You have to have the given the reason why. It is the apologetic. Let us be apologists of the gospel. Not only the practical and as well as theory. Both balance, theory and practical. Be relevant. So be aware of the world in which you are living. You may be living in Maikuli, Pilingita, very small. But then let us study the whole Northeast, the whole India. You may be living in Garo Hills, very small, but you are to be aware of the God's world and wherever you are. So the world is this, I am picturing, and God willing tomorrow we will see this one. Emergence of the tribal identity in the 21st century. We have a lot of tribals and tribal studies. Tomorrow we'll do this. But then for today is, let me review it. These are the things we have studied. Always be applying and other things. Thank you very much. Any clarification, comment?